Y'all, I'm over here folding my clothes, folding my laundry, and God said to me, tell my people to stop prolonging their suffering longer than it needs to be. This is a harsh truth, but we are only here to fulfill God's will in this earth. We are only here for a purpose. And the reason why it's a harsh truth is because some of us live outside of purpose, outside of will. We do too much. We're not doing enough according to God's will, and sometimes that brings our own suffering. That's outside of the will. That's outside of the pressing and the beating and the shaking, and the outside of God dipping us into fire for His purpose, for Him to see Himself. Sometimes we do too much to cause our own suffering upon ourselves. When you have your mind focused on God, when you have your mind in alignment with how God thinks of you, when you have your sight focused on God, when you have your sight aligned with how God sees you and what He sees for you in your life, you start to eliminate extra stress, extra hardship, extra suffering. What I'm trying to say is, y'all, it's so important for us to get back on track with God and the instructions that God has given us through Jesus, okay? It's so important for us to stay on track with God and not be distracted by the world, the things of the world. We are here to make the world a better place, not to be sucked into it and be of it. We are here to further help God. Thank you, God. Help God finish His will, His works on earth. And He chose you to help Him. That's a big responsibility. When I just heard, okay, honey, I'm going to work. I'll be back home. This is what this is. Earth, this is the work. This is our job, to represent God, to do God's work He has for us, to do the purpose that He's made us for, so we can go back home. And home is heaven. Home is where God is. Sometimes when people pass away, it's because their purpose, their job is done. That's a harsh reality right there. Because we have came down to earth and we got so conformed with earth and the system and how the world, we have been so conformed with the world and the likes of the world and worldliness that we forget that this is only a pit stop in eternity. A pit stop in eternity. That's why they say money is the root of all evil, because we are looking for other jobs and relying on that job more than a job that we have already been hired to do. So the reason why when I posted that word about the root of evil, I don't want y'all to think that it was a bash or whatever the case may be, y'all. I'm trying to communicate what God is telling me. You have to be in purpose. We have a job already. We have a job already. And see, this is why when you go to a funeral and they call it the homegoing, you don't know why? Because we are going back home after this. When you go work your job and you say, honey, I'll be back home, that's your temporary home, yes, but the ultimate home is eternity, is heaven, y'all. So we have a job to do. We have a job to do. We have a job to do. There's a lot of now hiring signs that's around these buildings and all the commercial buildings, all these jobs. No, we already been hired. We have already been equipped with the qualifications to do the job that we were put here to do, to help God finish His purpose on this earth. Only reason why it's scary to grasp, only reason why it's like, oh my gosh, she's talking about dying, death. No. You become alive. You become alive after certain stages of this journey. You become alive. You start to live real life. Not survive, not go by the blueprint and the scripts that society and the world has for you. I'm talking about the life God has for you. I hope that somebody caught that. So certain things on this earth that's of this world don't affect you. People who try to upset you don't affect you. People who try to provoke you does not affect you, because you are focused. I have a job to do. You can't stop me from this job. I don't care if you say I look crazy. I don't care if you say I'm doing too much. I don't care if you say I'm broke. Okay. All right. But I'm rich in the spirit. This is a word for somebody. Like, you don't find real happiness. Oh my God. You do not find real happiness on earth. You don't find it here. Because you know that the ones who follow God are equipped with everything that they need. There's no looking for it. There's no finding anything. Everything that you need is inside of you. You have everything. And this earth needs what you have. So stop looking out into the earth to try to figure out, I need this. I don't have it. The devil is a big fat liar, and he wants us to believe that we don't have what we are equipped to have. He wants us to think that we don't have what God have already given us. God said, let us have dominion over this earth. Do y'all really understand what that means? In Genesis 1, God said, let men be created in our image and in our likeness. Genesis 3, the serpent comes along, aka the devil, tries to manipulate Eve and Adam, or really Eve, to eat the apple, making her feel like if she eats this apple, something external, that she's gonna receive things or knowledge of good and evil that's gonna make her like God. How? When God already made you in his image, in his likeness, we have to stop looking out into the world and understand that it's already in you. The world is waiting on you. Ooh. See, don't let these smart, intelligent, witty, speaking people come along and try to manipulate you and persuade you into thinking that you need some other type of knowledge to be what you need and to have what you need. God has already equipped you of it. And that's why Eve was punished, because it showed her lack of faith. It showed her lack of obedience. It showed her idolizing something else more than what God has already told. God is saying, with my spirit, with your obedience, with your arms, your legs, your feet, your voice, we gon' shake the earth up. I need you to just come in agreement with my spirit. Just let my spirit use your body so I can get this out. Everything that you're gifted with, I hate to tell you, but it's not your gift. A tree, a seed creates the tree, right? It helps the tree grow. An apple seed helps an apple tree grow. Y'all stay with me. The tree does not eat the apple. Other people do. This gift is not yours to just keep inside of you. God is saying, let me partner with you. My spirit, plus the gift I gave you, plus your obedience and your willingness to do it all. You're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. You are unstoppable. Everything else, just leave it up to me. I just need a placeholder. I just need a vessel. I just need a suit to come into so I can perform these miracles for these other people. See, we think that miracles is for us. We think that we could just go to God and ask him to do a magic trick. Now we believe in God. No, it's not like that. God performs miracles for the needs of the world. He performs miracles through you. Do you understand? You are a miracle worker just waiting to happen. Like do you know who you are? God is literally coming to you to let his spirit do the work through you. so he can get the glory, so he can be seen through you. That's amazing. You are chosen. And I know some of us are just like, what? That's not fair. Like, I'm performing miracles for other people. What is that going to do for me? It gives you life. It gives you purpose. Without that miracle, without that purpose, you will not be here to even ask that question. The most richest person, money, cars, mansions, they can still be miserable if they're not working in God's purpose for them. So you have to ask yourself, is it really about what I can get, like the material things, or is it the life? Is it my soul, my spirit feeling fulfilled? Because something in me is like, oh yeah, this feels right. This is what I'm here to do. That activation alone, that's what it's about. See, money comes and go. People comes and go. Cars come and go. Getting car crashes, you can get it towed, all types of stuff. Jobs come and go. The only thing that stays is your spirit. So back to what I was saying. We don't come here to obtain happiness. We don't come here to obtain things. We don't come here to make money and die. And if you come here to do that, let me ask you this. Are you fulfilled? Are you really fulfilled? And do you know what you're here for? Because once you figure out what you're here for, your whole thought, definition, mind process of happiness and fulfillment and contentment will be so different. Life will never be the same. Ever. All them hardships you go through, all the testing you go through, those are literally your training for your job. The hardships, the low place of your life. These people did me like that, man. I didn't experience so much in my life. Man, I should have been dead. I should have da. Yeah, those are the things that God used to equip you. Plus the gifts he already made you with. And he already instilled in you. But there's some training. There's some stretching, some molding, some pressing that you have to go through in order to figure out who you're going to be, who you're called to, who you're going to be helping. The problem that you're the answer to. Your gifts, your talent, see, those are just the strategy, the way your purpose is going to be performed. Just like how God dips you in the fire to burn off the impurities, to burn off the dirty spots, to burn off of all the, you know what I'm saying, the ick off of you, just to put the rock back up to his face so he can see his reflection. The same way he dips us into situations that reflects back to us. If you are dealing with a narcissist, I'm sorry to tell you, but God is showing you the narcissism that was in you so you can heal from it, so you can learn how to help these people. After you heal, you help. After you learn, you teach. After you practice, you play. God makes us reflections of him. It's his way of teaching. Because he can't come down and hold your hand. Baby, okay, this is wrong. I'm going to teach you this way. He uses, in his divinely planned out system, he uses everybody because we are one. A whole body of Christ. He uses all of us for each other. So you can never point at somebody else and be like, you this and that. No, because what if he's showing you yourself? Same way how people are inspired by you because they see something in themselves. If she can do it, I know I can do it. He's just trying to get you to see something. He's just trying to get you. He's trying to dip you back in that fire so you can clean it off. He's trying to put you back in front of that mirror. You got something on your face. Clean it off. How can you see it and clean it if you can't see? Let me put a mirror in front of my face so I can. Oh, I got something in my nose. That's what it is. That's what it is. We can't just be like, oh, they this and that, this and that. That's not always your relationship. That's not always your husband. That's not always your girlfriend. That's not always your wife. You think it's a relationship, but it's really a mirror so you can see yourself. And sometimes maybe the thing that you have a problem with isn't you. Maybe it's just something for you to see. Maybe it's for you to see the things that you didn't see in yourself. To further prove God's point. Maybe you don't have narcissistic traits and God puts a narcissist in your life to show you who you are. The contrast. The answer that you are. And that's why it's so important to do your job. Because while you're healing yourself, you are healing other people. You are helping God. Do your job. Don't get caught up. Do your job. Don't get caught up in this rah-rah and this social media distractions and these political things, the election, all that. All that is fine. It's cool, whatever. But don't get caught up in it. You have everything that you need. You have everything that you need. In the world, the earth needs it. Stop looking. And go.